Evening, my friends. Today is our 20th day for the quarantine meditation, and I'm so happy and glad that we can every day, even though I don't know how many people is out there with me. But I feel like this is also my intensive meditation. I put it very regularly every day. In the Tang Dynasty, that there was a master called 禅师. The Baizhang master came out with say, one day without working, one day we're not. And right now, every day I feel the same kind of, same thought. So this meditation make me very happy and not feel guilty. So I can still take one meals a day. Okay, so let's begin today's instruction. And I keep repeating about this Anapana. Tomorrow I will show you the abdominal breathing. But today, let's still continue this Anapanas meditation. And the first one, again, body, breath, mind. Mind also come in maybe after or after a few days, we're going to review on the Vipassana. And I will share with you about kind of observing the thought, the mind's meditation as well. So right now it's kind of a pre-announcement. Okay, so let's do it, the body. 7 steps of Vairochana, your feet closed and back upright. And at this time, you can clockwise circulate your body, counterclockwise circulate your body to make sure that you sit stable, and then also relax all your muscle. The hands, the thumb, slightly touched. Don't push too hard. Slightly touched. And the shoulder, open up. Put it down. Your chin, pull in. Not up, not down. Tongue slightly touched behind your upper teeth. And then eye closed. Every day, I always have to repeat these steps. This basically is the foundation for meditation practice. So you need to lay out a good foundation. So you need to be repeated again and again and again. Become your good habits. So every day you sit down and you just follow these 7 steps to arrange your body posture. Many people has responded to me that our student in the summer program, they just look at their meditation posture. They just look very appropriate. I think it's because these 7 steps help a lot. Very clear instruction. Okay, now let's review and practice our Anapana meditation. We have 4 points about breathing, but now let's practice 3 of them. 1, counting. Breathing in, breathing out. Only counting when you're breathing out. Remember, all your focus is on your nostril. If your mind go away, distracted, go to bring it back. Bring it back. So for people, for 1 to 10. Breathing in, breathing out, you count for 10. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The counting is to help you for the concentration. But if you always can focus on your nostril, you almost don't need anymore. The second technique is follow your breathing. Breathing in, breathing out, just raise the awareness. The air come to my nostril is cold, warm, hot, dry, or moisture. Is my breath long or short? Remember, do not manipulate the breathing. Just observe, watch. Knowing the breath comes in, 知息入. Knowing the breath goes out, 知息出. Knowing that all the air of your body, 知息变身. Now you only living with your thought, it's only breathing on your nostril, breathing. observing your breathing in, breathing out. When you're breathing in, breathing out naturally, there's a transition. When you're breathing in before you're breathing out, there is a very short moment that almost like the breathing, over the subtle moment of the stop. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's practice our metta meditation, sending our loving kindness and thought to ourselves, to the people we know and the people we do not know, and extend to this whole universe. May I be free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May my spouse, partner, and my children free from the infection of virus and other disease, be free from suffering and healthy. May my parents and my brothers and sisters be free from infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May my teachers, students be free from infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all my friends and neighbors be free from the infection of virus and other disease, free from suffering, and healthy. May all the people in this country free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the people in this world free from the infection of coronavirus and other disease, free from suffering, and be well and healthy. May all the sentient beings in this universe free from greed, hatred, and ignorance, free from suffering, and be well and happy. May all the doctors and nurses and the medical personnel be free from the infection of coronavirus and disease, free from suffering, well and healthy. We would like to give special respect and prayer to all these doctors and nurses in the front line. Their life to serve other people and to save other people's lives. May all the procedure free from the infection of virus and other disease, free from greed, hatred, and ignorance, free from suffering, be well and healthy. We prayed they have wisdom to take proper measures to save life and create harmonious society and peace in the world. May all the people who are suffer from the infection of coronavirus will receive the rapid recovery and be well. May those people of coronavirus or the deceased will rest in peace and be reborn in happier and healthy ground. Now let's pay the special prayer for those individual, particular individual, to send your metta. Today, I would like to pray for our little friends, Hunter, Morris. Wish him free from the disease of leukemia, free from other disease, and gain the fully recovery. Now let's rub in our hands. Cover your eyes. Massage your ears, head, your neck, your shoulder, your arm, your back, thighs, knees, leg, feet. Now you can open your eyes. Well, before I go to the subject on the Dharma words, I'd like to share with you some thought about those doctors, nurses, caretaker. Now they are not just have to risk affected of the virus and take care of all these patients. Seems right now, because these quarantine, the separation, that many of dying patients that without the family, besides the dying bed, and suddenly these nurses, doctors become a chaplain. They are not just have a physical risk, they also have a lot of psychological burden. Suddenly they have to kind of become a chaplain and even have to comfort people. So that is why we would like to really pay special prayer for those caretaker. I think after I read a few of the article, sent by these doctor and nurses, And I like to suggest that the first one, talk to these dying people, patients. I have mentioned that before, that we need to encourage these patients to think about positive, stuff, have a positive thought, something about worthy memory, the time with the family, the way they raise the children, what achievement in their job, in their work. So to raise the positive, happy, healthy thought is very important. And it's very hard not to be with the family. So in Buddhism, we have a visualization even for dying people. For example, people were chanting Amitabha Buddha, one of the Buddha who vowed to be in a pure land to receive people, for people to go reborn in his, Buddha country. So dying people, at the last moment, we will teach them to chant the Amitabha's name, but also visualize kind of heavenly paradise place. So if we can exercise this kind of visualization to help the patient to always think about the good thing with the family, achievement, the good thing has done, has accomplished, and also kind of use the mind, the thought to come with the family. This is what I think that maybe it will help to kind of easy, those dying people without the families, besides. Okay, so now I'd like to move to the second topic we have been talking about in the Tian Tai's, the meditation manual. And, it indicated there was a 25 condition to help people to prepare for the good meditation. And we have covered the first category. The first one, it was mentioned that the first category has 5 conditions, encourage people, help other people, life over, the trust, our relationship, or, take away their property, and also, keep us sober, not intoxicant, keep always mind very clear. And then, you cannot take a drug and while you are doing, a meditation. That's possible. So then the second one was mentioned about to have a proper, clothing and the food. And third one, find a quiet place, really the proper place to help you to do concentration. And the fourth one was kind of a disengaged, worldly, secular matter, affairs, so you can concentrate. And the fifth will be you have a, good supporter for your needs, needs, place, food, water, so you don't have to worry. And then, also have a good company to cultivate it together. And the most important, you also need to have a good teacher to give you a good guidance. So this is the first category. And then the second category also have a 5 kind of elements, And what would be the 5? These 5 the meditation manual teach us that if you want to have a good meditation, be careful about your desire. Examine the desire. What kind of desire? Well, in Buddhism, it's mentioned about 5 desire. 5 desire. This desire basically is to make we lose our mind, or we cannot control. We lose our self-control. And these 5 desires is from our sense organ. Our eye, ears, nose, tongue, and the body. So in Buddhism metaphor, these are like 5 windows, and the thief come in to steal your concentration, to steal your integrity, steal your mind. So what are the 5 desire? The desire for the sight, for the color, for the good looking. We would like to, the shape or the color, or kind of the subtlety of for the sight. So, for example, we always like to see beautiful things. Beautiful women, sexy women, and handsome guys. So these are the desire for the eye. Or, of course, seeing something very horrible. We don't like to see horrible things. Of course, some people are very violent. They like to see violence, scene. So, what does it mean about this? You cannot, of course, we cannot start seeing something or hear something. Like our ear hear the good, music. Everybody have a different kind of music. People like the classic music, my student like metal music, all kinds of music. And then, of course, they also have a noise, like a siren, ambulance, or certain kind of, when you are sewing something, or machinery, a sound or noise. And nose, we smell, a lot of people use a perfume. And of course, you also have a smell, very, like a stink, bad smelling. And or taste. Everybody loves to have a good food, sweet or smooth, all kinds of things from the desire, for the tongue. And then finally, it's the body, smooth. So that is Buddhism talk about all this desire arise from or evolved, from our sense organ. So our sense organ basically is to fit, to be fed by the object from the outside. Here, when we talk about desire, Of course, you cannot stop the function of the body. We have to see. You would rather to see it, not to become blind, or you rather to hear to become deaf. You know, you don't want to lose your smell or taste or the sense on your body. But when we are talking about here about desire, means when you become attached, and this attachment make you cannot control yourself. So Buddhism does not deny that we all need to have to see, to able to see, to hear, or to smell, or to taste, or to be touched. But the problem is, if you are seeing something and your mind becomes so attached to it, and you cannot let it go, become attachment, and that will be the problem. Of course, when we talk about desire, it's not the way you suppressed. Some scholar maybe translate that the desire should be. No. Buddhism do not encourage you suppress your desire, but on the contrary, you have to encounter the desire and make an analysis. So that is why we talk about the empty analysis. When the desire came to you, you have to analyze the nature of this desire. And that will be the, really you can't dismiss desire. Here I want to share with you a story, very interesting. There was a monk, practitioner called Jinbi, a Chinese monk, meditate, and he entered into a very deep meditation. But the Chinese, always believe that when someone, at the dying moment or when you die, that they always have all this spirit and come from the king of the king who the king in the hell, in charge someone's life and death. So he kind of sent his messenger, say, okay, the monks is coming to the end of his life, so please go to arrest him and bring him to come to my place. Remember, this is a kind of a story, And so when the messenger come to, he would like to catch or arrest this monk or bring him to the Yanluo, the king in the hell, or the king who in charge the people's death. But this monk has entered into a very deep meditation. So this messenger couldn't do anything, but he have learned that this monk can detach, abandon everything, but only one thing is a bowl, for arms eating, the bowl. He has attachment to this. Nobody can attach this bowl. So then the messenger think, okay, the way if I let this monk come out from his meditation, deep dhyana, the only way is I will take it from his bowl. So then the messenger took away the bowl, and then the monk Jin Bifeng came out from the meditation and shouted at the messenger, say, hey, stop it, you took something I love. And the messenger then told the monk, say, see, I know this is your attachment. I couldn't find you because you are entered into the deep meditation. Now see, I got your spot. Yeah. And suddenly the monk Jin Bifeng realized that, yes, that's my blind spot, my fatal attraction. Okay. So then, he changed before he re-entered into his, deep meditation. To come up with a kind of a poem for the verses. He said, 若人要拿避风. If someone want to arrest and take me away, 除非铁链锁虚空. You will be, looks like, you use the iron chain, want to lock the empty sky. 虚空若能锁得住. If the empty sky can be can be cut, Jin Bifeng, then you can come to catch me again. Then immediately he entered into his dhyana. Okay. So what is this story mentioned? If we have a desire, we have this we call the blind spot, then what will happen? Then your mind basically be locked by this desire, and you cannot be set free. And people will use your desire and attachment and of you, and you will be caught there. So for a meditation practitioner, that without the desire, less desire. Otherwise, when you sit in meditation, you're always thinking about, someone I love, I'm really attached to someone. So when you are sitting meditation, you have the attachment. How can you concentrate on meditation? Or you have been thinking about, I love the food, I like to hear the music, or I like to smell something. You something you attach to, then you cannot be set free. Again, I like to mention that it's not you suppress the desire, but rather than you examine, and then you see the nature of a desire is not really substantial. It's not really there. Change, and it's a delusion. Like you love someone will change. The relationship will change. Your love and hate will change too. So it's not substantial at all. So only use this kind of analysis can help you, to see clear about desire. So this is the second category about how to prepare a good meditation. examine our desire from our eye, ears, nose, tongue, and body. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the story. And I will see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock. And of course, I will always try to come earlier, 10 minutes earlier, and sit without instruction. Okay, good night, have a good sleep.